We're basically out here to implore Sheriff Anderson to have a heart, and to extend the holiday moratorium on foreclosures and evictions to the winter and beyond the winter, as long as there is an emergency crisis for working and poor people in this state. We're angry and we're fed up. If they can bail out the banks, they can spend billions of dollars to bail out the banks, then they need to do and they must do something for people right here in Baltimore City and in the state. We also think that there are a number of precedents that have been set. There have been precedents set all across the country. In Cook County, Illinois, the sheriff has declared that he will no longer do the bidding of the banks and put people out in the streets and foreclose them. In Philadelphia, the sheriff there also followed suit. We know that every holiday period, that from Manhattan to here in Baltimore, that sheriffs have declared a 2-week holiday moratorium, which shows you that if they can halt the foreclosures and evictions for 2 weeks, then they can halt them for 2 months, they can halt them for 2 years, that it's possible to have a moratorium. So today we're going to be presenting a letter to Sheriff John Anderson's office. This is only the part of a campaign that we're waging to make Baltimore City a foreclosures and evictions-free zone. That this city will declare, no longer will we tolerate foreclosures and evictions, no longer will we carry out the orders of the big banks and the real estate companies and the mortgage companies here in Baltimore. So this is the beginning of something very big. We're not just going to the sheriff. We want to let him know that the city council, that the state legislators, that the people in this city would back up such an action. That this is not the only action that we need relief on utility shutoffs, that we need relief in terms of extending unemployment benefits and joblessness, and that we need to make this a state where the budget cuts do not happen here. The first person who will say something at our press conference today is Andre Powell. He is a delegate to the Baltimore City Labor Council. He is with the AFSCME, the union that represents state, county, and municipal employees. He has a lot of experience dealing with people in the Baltimore City that have been experiencing the foreclosures and evictions.
Woo! Yeah! Good afternoon, sisters and brothers. I'm a delegate with the Central Labor Council for the Metro Baltimore AFL-CIO. I serve as a delegate there because of my job with the state of Maryland and the Department of Social Services. We have to deal with people that come into our office. We do get clients that are facing foreclosures and evictions. We do what we can to assist them, but the biggest assist for them would be for a 2-year moratorium on all foreclosures and evictions due to foreclosures. This crisis is a crisis of the banking system. It is not a crisis of people that get up and go to work every day so that they can pay their mortgage. As a labor union, we stand for what benefits working people, and we join the call for a demand for a 2-year moratorium on foreclosures and evictions. We stand united together. The union movement says, bail out the people, not the banks. Many of our members work every day to pay their mortgages, to pay their gas and electric. With this economic crisis, the cost of everything is going up. When a worker has worked day after day, year after year to keep their home, the banks have no right, the mortgage companies have no right to come in and steal that home away from them, because that is what it is, sister brothers. It's stealing the home away from the workers. So the union movement stands with the national network to demand a stop to the foreclosures and evictions. Thank you.
I'm Leo Burroughs Jr. I'm the chairperson of the Maryland Coalition to Stop the BG&E rate hike, and we're here in solidarity with our fellow activists today to say, hell no, we're not going to put up with bailing out banks and putting people out of their homes. We've got to make the American Revolution work. Second time, third time, fourth time, we've got to bring about a revolutionary change in this city, in this state, in this nation. And of course, we've got to make justice happen. And so when you put people out of their homes, you foreclose on them, you're doing wrong in the climate in which we exist. Got a man up in New York. How much did he steal? $50 billion. And he's on house arrest. $7 million. In a $7 million home. So what I want to say to all of you is keep the faith, stay the course, and let's keep fighting and recruiting. We've got to get more people on board who are going to do what we're doing and who are unafraid to stand up for justice and who are unafraid to stand up for America. Yes, we want the Sheriff Anderson to do the right thing. But in addition to Sheriff Anderson, we want our legislators, our city council, our governor, our state, our Congress people, Elijah Cummings, Barbara Mikulski, Ben Cardin, all these people who are silent, we want those folks to stand up and stop foreclosures, stop the ripoff on working people, middle class, poor people in this country. Let's bring justice to America. We're fighting all over the world to save everybody but ourselves. We need to save our own country. We need to save the people in our cities. Let's stop foreclosures and stop them now. Praise God. Let's keep fighting.
Hi, my name's Maria Allwine. I'm with the Maryland Coalition to Stop the BGE Rate Hikes and the Baltimore Economic Response Network trying to stop these foreclosures. I just want to say that, as Leo said, we're trying to save the world and we're not doing anything to save ourselves. Class war was declared on working and poor people in this country a long time ago, and we have sat still for it. It is past time for those of us who have been victimized by people who have way too much of our nation's collective wealth, who have stolen it for themselves. It's past time for us to stand up and say no more. Sheriff Anderson, we are calling on you to stop all foreclosures and evictions, not just during the holidays. People in this city, around this city, have been preyed on by predatory lenders. It is not their fault. And it is wrong to evict them from their homes. We are asking Sheriff Anderson and all the sheriffs here to stand up and do the courageous and the moral thing and refuse to participate in foreclosures and evictions. It is time for the people of Baltimore to stand up and demand that their public officials stand up for the people who vote for them. Yeah! Mayor Sheila Dixon, City Council President Stephanie Rawlings Blake, all the members of the City Council should be standing here with us. They should take a stand and refuse to allow the people, the poor and working people of this city, to be victimized any further. It is past time for us to demand this from our elected officials. The fact that they're not out here is a disgrace. So again, I call on Sheriff Anderson and all the sheriffs in the department here to refuse to participate in any more of these immoral, absolutely immoral foreclosures and evictions.